Hello there. Black Widow. The movie that doesn't belong.
That's right. I'm about to monologue, son. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Well, Black Widow has finally come out, and this movie has been long awaited by fans who were excited to find out about the origins or whatever about Black Widow, filler story about Black Widow, a story that basically nobody cared about. Why? Because we already got Black Widow, we already liked her character, we already saw her end. Nobody cares about a filler story about them. Or nobody cares about it. What's Disney's problem? They like to, it's just like, oh, we have this character. Let's do a filler story or an origin story or just them stand alone. It's too late. We already know about this. Like, we don't care about Han Solo. We don't care about Han Solo as a kid or how he got his last name Solo. His name was dope because he was Han Solo. He was just dope. We didn't care about, oh, you're alone, you have no family name. Han Solo. Nobody cared. Absolutely not. And if that's the case, if he got his name like that, why would he do that? Why would he continue calling himself Solo? It just doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense. Sorry, it's not about Solo. This is about Black Widow. The filler story literally takes place like, okay, it starts 1995. There are some of the Russian plans, tail end of the Cold War, I guess, which is kind of after, but, always sells, sleeper cells. And what exactly? The movie's so forgettable. The movie's crap. What exactly happened? Okay, they end up escaping, and then Natasha Romanoff and her sister. I don't remember her name. I know Natasha Romanoff because I know Black Widow, and her sister, who I'm assuming is going to become the new Black Widow, get taken by the Red Room, and then the whole thing's about. And then after that happens, 21 years later. They're running from the Sokovian Accords. So it's right after that, apparently. And she needs to take down this flying fortress in the sky. There's 3 male characters. Okay, how am I going to do this? One of them is the father, who is basically a toxic male who is dumb. One of them is the black friend who's just a beta male who doesn't care or is just weak, I guess. And then the third one is the toxic male who abuses women, views them as inferior. They got all their bases of males covered. Absolutely all of them. And it is absolutely... I just didn't care. I didn't care. It was just like, why not give us someone who's actually fun to watch instead of just comic relief? Because you can have them be both, where they're actually smart but comic relief as a male character. You know what? I don't need to tell you how to write your stories. You guys obviously don't know what you're doing, but hire someone better. Obviously, hire someone better. Okay, also, for a secret organization who trains these women to speak multiple different languages, blend into any culture, why are you wearing black leather when you're about to do a hit in the middle of daylight? Seriously, that's kind of how it starts out, with the younger daughter of Black Widow. And also, why is she called Black Widow if all the members in the corrupt organization are called widows? It doesn't make any sense to me. It was like, why take moniker evil organization, the one you escaped? Why continue being called a Black Widow? I didn't understand that. Also, the fact that for a secret organization of women who know how to blend in, speak every language, to wear nothing but solid leather when they're out on a mission. You're obviously not blending in. You obviously don't know how to blend in. You just know to wear leather. Oh, and other thing. They kind of tried to steal from Deadpool with the superhero landing joke. Don't rip off Deadpool. Deadpool's got it covered. You don't need to make fun of it just to try and show that you can do it. It doesn't fit. It felt off every time I heard it. It was just like, in my mind, I was like, when did anyone, other than the viewers, get a chance to see that? Where was there a camera in the background that watched Black Widow land? Where? Absolutely where? Explain that to me. Where? Maybe the airport? But I'm pretty sure it got destroyed and the footage would have been confiscated. So where is she watching this stuff? Just tell me, where did she see this landing? And how does she know she does it all the time? Deadpool can get away with something like this because Deadpool breaks the fourth wall. Deadpool knows what's going on behind the curtain. He's the one who kills all of Marvel. He's the one who kills the writers of Marvel. Yeah, Deadpool could get away with it. Not this, where it seems like, how do you know things that you're not supposed to know? Us as viewers know, but are you a Deadpool-like character? Are you Ladypool? Is that what you're going for? Is that what you're trying to be? Is that what you're trying to create? I don't think this is the origin to Lady. So it's just like there's a ton of little things that just don't make sense. I'm not liking, and it's just a trash story. I mean, why exactly are you wearing all black leather? That's the one thing. As soon as I saw that, I kind of clocked out. The male characters kind of clocked out, and it seems like they're trying to build up the villain for the Hawkeye series, where it's going to be Black Widow's sister is the villain for the Hawkeye series, because they bring back the lady who talks to the new Captain America from the Falcon and Winter Soldier series. My guess is she's trying to create her own new Avengers with Captain America, the new Captain America, Black Widow's sister as the new Black Widow. I'm not getting what they're putting down, especially after they've introduced the whole new multi-universal war in Loki. There's a lot of little things that just aren't adding up. The multiverse makes sense because of the Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch. You should have left it there. You shouldn't have had Loki tamper with it. You should have had him escape and do a whole different story with him. Completely different story. Maybe have him dealing with what is it? The watchkeepers. What's the people who actually watch the time, who observe the timeline? Shoot, what are they called? It's slipping my mind. They had Stan Lee talking to him in the Guardians of the Galaxy. But yeah, whatever. It's talking too much. I'm not a big fan. Sure, some of the action scenes were cool, but oh my gosh, I don't know exactly what to say at this point. I think I've said it all. Yeah, the prison scene. When did they introduce the Mission? Oh my gosh. Excuse me. The Mission Impossible masks. When they introduced those, sure they had them in the background. And one thing that Scarlet Witch basically tells her mother not to what was it? Not to do anything stupid. And then she basically said, "Oh, I'm putting my gun away in a closet full of nothing but arsenal." Scarlet Witch turns her back, as if immediately trusting her. You are nothing but spies. How can you trust her? Keep an eye on her the entire time. It's just like, just with that, it was like, crap. This is the dumbest thing ever. Why? How are you a spy? How are you supposed to be this top agent? It made it seem like these are these dumb people who don't really know the task they're given. Yeah. There's a lot. There's a lot wrong. I mean, the action scenes are cool. Falling out of the sky, I mean, that was dope, I guess. Yeah, all the girls working together, very cool. Always having each other's backs, very cool. Yeah, you would think some animosity would be developed between them, especially when they're forced to fight each other. I'm pretty sure they were forced to fight each other. But I don't know. I don't know anything about that. I just don't care. It's not enough for me to get invested in because it's a filler story. It serves no purpose. It was basically to lead up to her getting a jet to free whoever was in prison. Yeah, that's it. I was hoping to see Zemo. Oh, and one more thing. Too many super soldiers. Absolutely too many super soldiers. I mean, it was great when it was Captain America and then the Red Skull. And what you introduced was people who weren't pure of heart would get corrupted, and then they end up with, like, the Red Skull. And then it turns out that the only person who ended up with the Red Skull was the Red Skull. Everyone else turned out to be just angrier. Nobody else had their face melt off and show their skull red. So it's just like, I agree with Zemo. Too many super soldiers. You need to get rid of them all. Kill them all. Kill them all. Get rid of them. And why didn't Zemo kill the Red Guardian? Scarlet Hunter? Whatever he was. Why didn't Zemo kill him? He's obviously sitting in prison, not doing anything. He's an easy target. Take him out. Take him out. Take him out. Because this is obviously right before the Sokovian Accords. because the Civil War happens. Yeah, this is right before. He had free chance to take care of him. Absolutely easy target. Absolutely easy target. And honestly, that leads into something else. Why is there a prison in the middle of an avalanche area? You don't build a location right there. Because even though you want to bury the evil, you're going to bury the innocent guards along with it. Well, depending on if the guards are innocent or not, or why people are there. Who knows? Oh. There's a lot of things wrong. Of course, there's a lot of things wrong with all movies, but it's just always funny when they talk about spies. And then, I mean, I can understand a suit and tie because that just looks cool, and it's always mimicking James Bond back in the time where suit and ties worked, where everyone wore a suit and tie primarily if they were posh and just better than everyone else. But now it just stands out. But it's cool. It looks cool. Now it's like black leather. I guess if depending on the part of America you're in, you can pass with that, but not so much the rest of the world, which it spends most of its time around the world. Oh yeah, that reminds me of something else. Sorry, I kind of watched this movie in a weird, not a weird order, but just weirdly. I didn't see it all the way through. I got bored, stopped it, did other things, played for a few minutes, got bored, stopped it, did other things. So it's my mind is all over the place on it. Yeah, the whole. She sent the like a vials for puring the widows and getting them out of their mind control to Black Widow. But when Black Widow comes to the shelter, they hold guns at each other. It's just like, why would you hold a gun at her if you sent her the stuff? And in my mind, I was like, how did you know where she was going to be? Did that dude help you? Because it seems like when you two talked with her for the first time, those people who have seen the movie know what I'm talking about. Did that dude help you know what you were doing? Or did you just, by luck, leave it in a box that just happened to be getting shipped to Black Widow? I mean, the sheer luck that was involved. It made no sense. It absolutely made no sense. Yeah, I should probably just end this here because I could easily find a few more things to talk about, and I just don't want to keep rambling on negatively. Let me find one good thing about this movie. I didn't care for the start. Didn't care for all of that. There's got to be at least one thing. I think I said the action scenes were kind of cool. Yeah, I think the action scenes are kind of cool. They're okay. I don't know. I kind of paused them. I didn't actually care enough to watch the fights. I was like, okay, cool. Because there's this one scene where, of course, Scarlett Johansson gets captured. She's being held by all the other widows, and they do an overhead shot as she's being kicked, punched, everything. It looks so terrible because the kicks don't even land, the punches don't even land, and they actually slow down right before they get close. So it's just like, and you could see it. You could see it. It's just like, oh my gosh, this is crap. Just get a guy, put a wig on him, put him in Scarlett Johansson's place, and then everyone just wail on him. Wail on him. You can hire stunt doubles who are okay at getting wailed on. It makes it look more real. Of course, if they did that, I'm pretty sure the people that were kicking would be timid and not want to do it all the way. It's one of those things that they just don't want to hurt. So maybe they did have someone in that place, and the people who were kicking just didn't want to hurt the person. But it's just like they're being paid to do a job. Go ahead, take that opportunity to get out all your anger on that dude. Just have at him. Oh. I'm trying to find problems to something that'll never. I'm trying to find solutions to problems for this story that shouldn't have even existed. It seems like they were just trying to create a villain for the Hawkeye series. I think that's all it's about, because they bring in Valentine whatever that girl's name is who contracted Captain America. That's all. I'm gonna stop it there. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed me just monologuing terribly and all over the place about this. Black Widow. Toodles!